I was actually one of the first players ever to reach 15,000 trophies in Clash Royale. Today's Clash video, I'm going to show you which deck I used and how I faced Mohamed in a deciding game for the 15,000 trophies. In case you guys don't want to miss any code just like that, make sure to subscribe, make sure to leave a fat like on this video, and also make sure to use my creator code Morten in the support. Over 1,000 of new supporters came in the last couple of weeks. Thank you so much for all the support, guys. As we're using a background, my deck which I'm currently using is my signature wall breaker deck. I also tried out with Skeleton Barrel, but I feel like there's some weakness of the Skeleton Barrel, which the wall breakers are really good. I feel like defensive, the Skeleton Barrel might be even better than the wall breakers, but mainly I feel like the ability on offense is also similar, but I feel like the main difference between the evolution Skeleton Barrel, even I think it's really good, and the evolution wall breaker is the kiting ability. You're sometimes struggling with like not really having too much. I mean, you have some good ground cards, right? But you don't have like skeletons or something to distract. So against Packers, against Goblin Giant, even against Barbarians and so on, you're really struggling, especially against Barbarians right now, especially after the Log nerf, because there was actually a really nice interaction with like Log plus Cannoneer actually one-shotting Barbs. This is not happening anymore, so there are like some really big changes, and just like after losing against like some Packer decks and also against some Barbarian spam decks, I decided to actually put in the wall breaker back again, and we're currently at 13,000 something. You guys, like, it's like so crazy that you get sometimes, I got like sometimes plus 200 and like minus 280 trophies, and then in the next win I got plus 15. Thank you so much. And also, should I include a Goon Corner, guys? Should I include a Goon Corner? Is it time for a Goon Corner on my video, bro? Maybe it is. So we're gonna just take tower there against this guy. Honestly, not gonna lie, this guy isn't the best player in the entire world. What's really about the matchup is, if you play against good Hog Rider players, you can't really do anything. But that's what I'm saying. This deck is on top ladder good, but it's even better in lower ladder when you figure out the main interaction, how to spam the bridge perfectly. So you really want to use this deck, bro. You really want to use this deck to get to 50k. Let me, by the way, know now. How many trophies do you have, guys? Are you like at 10k already? Are you guys like at 8, 7, 5k? It would be really nice to see overall how many trophies you have in Clash. I would really love to see that, guys. So we're just gonna go spam the bridge there. Of course, we don't have a big spell, which is a bit annoying. Our opponent, no, he doesn't even play Hawk, he plays Goblin Drill. But to be fair, it's like kind of like a similar, I would say, like a similar deck composition, since it's just like Cannon. Cannon decks overall do pretty well against me. Cannon, with like Evo Cannon, cheap cycle cards, Log. If the opponent is Cannon and Log, it always gets a bit tougher. So I'm just gonna go for this here. The Dark Goblin might connect, no, but connects on top of the Mighty Mine. This means my Evo Dark Goblin, bro. Not gonna lie, I don't have any idea how the Evo Dark Goblin escaped the nerf, bro. Like, Evo Dark Goblin needs a nerf, bro. If it gets one shot on an opponent's troop, it just dies, bro. It just dies. And there's nothing they can really do, even if the arrow's like 1 second afterwards, bro. If there's a one shot going down from the Dark Goblin on top of the troop, there's nothing the opponent can do. And this is like, of course, helpful against Mighty Miner, against like mini tanks, but it's even more powerful against the big heavy tanks. But it's like, when the opponent plays lava in the back and in 1-1 situation, you just want to go like Evo Dark Goblin in the corner, get the one sneaky shot, and just win the game. This is what we did there. GG's were played. Let's head up into the next one. Here we go. Next game versus CRL Raiden. I think this guy was playing like an absolute weird shitter ass mid-laner deck, bro. And I felt like I got like all, I don't know what I got, bro. But this was crazy. So we're just gonna go for the bush and the bridge first. But you guys know, like, I love this deck. But this is the deck I'm using mainly to push up trophies. And I know, like, a ton of you guys, like, asked me how, like, the new kind of ladder system works. I'm gonna explain to you now. So they actually changed a few things, which I'm really disappointed about. The first thing I'm really mad about is, like, them removing the level cap. So there's actually no level cap anymore in the lower arenas. So, like, there's no, like, level 11 level cap. It's always level 15. So if you have level 14 cards, like, there's no level cap, right? So you're facing off level 15 cards. You need level 15 cards to have the maximum level, even in the lower arenas. So they kind of reworked the whole thing, which I think is the worst part. Also, which they changed is you need to kind of get access now to Path of Legends. And not just like everybody can play Path of Legends. You need to get access for that. And there are two different ways to get access to Path of Legends. First of all, is by playing Path of Legends yourself from last season and get to League 4. If you get League 4, you always secured a Path of Legends spot for next season. So reach League 4, you can play next season. The second option is like push to 50k trophies. Then you get also like the, I think it's called golden ticketing game. Even it's the same as CRL. So I thought like when I reach the 50k trophies, I get a golden ticket, I'm gonna go to World Finals, but it wasn't like that, unfortunately. Not funny. That you actually have to yeah, get to 50k trophies, which I think is the harder part there. So we're gonna be able to kind of trade towers there. Bro, this guy plays like Witch, Hog Rider, Spear Goblins, Valkyrie. Bro, this guy is like the biggest like mid-level merchant ever. But it's actually not that easy for us to defend because Witch is really annoying, so we have to be really careful about that. So I'm just gonna go for the Fire Spirit, I think, to take tower. Fire Spirit is just like so nice in this deck. And I thought, what do I think about the boss bitch? I think the boss bitch is still really, really broken. In some scenarios, it can be better with the double dash immediately, since you can just like dash, like you just like have a downtime of 3 seconds. But I feel like you kind of recognize the HP nerf a lot, which I feel like when people talk about like the rework, they didn't really mention too much. You kind of feel the rework here and there. So that's like my opinion. About Spirit Empress, I feel like she's a bit underwhelming currently, but I like the concept a lot. So I would prefer to wait to see what's going on when people cook the first decks. I still think she works the best in B-Town. I might want to cook a deck for the next video tomorrow or like 2 days, not sure when I'm going to upload. I'm also streaming a lot on Twitch, twitch.tv/mortenroyale. Also grinding on TikTok content and Twitch, YouTube, you know, like I'm really busy currently, also like practicing for CL this coming weekend. So like I'm like hoping, okay, please don't get the last shot, which gets the last shot, perfect, fuck you, bro. And now I'm just gonna go for the wall breaker there, wall breaker in front of this, kind of trying, but it's not looking good, bro. Look at my King Tower being way lower than his, so I have to be careful there. And I'm just gonna go for the Dart Golem here. I'm just gonna go spears like this, just to the left hand side and see what he's gonna actually cook there. So it's not looking too good, bro. I have to go now for my boss bitch over there, and I have to go log. Just try to go fire spirit to keep the Dart Golem alive. That's gonna be so important. I can just go for a next log if needed. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do it. Also gonna go fire spirit there. Nice defense, so we got a pretty decent counter push. Going for the bush on the right hand side. I want to split my pressure, of course. It's not really the situation you want to be in, honestly. I'm also gonna go fire spirit there in case he goes for Stami. But look at the Dart Golem, bro. Dart Golem is gonna be on tower. I'm just gonna go pre-log there, trying to hit something. I do hit a few of the Skamis, but look at the Evo Dart Golem just being on a tower. The tower is red. This means that's so much damage, and we are gonna win this game. GG's, well played, guys. Facing off red and XCL Pro. Let's see. We're just gonna go for the wall breaker split here at the bridge, and actually see what the opponent's gonna do there. So I'm just gonna go for my suspicious bush at the bridge and trying to chip away a bit. Just gonna go fire spirit there. He just goes logs. I could just go ice spirit there on top of the Dart Golem. Just doing a really solid job over there. Yeah, I'm also gonna go Spear Goblins to the bridge, and just trying to get some chip. I mean, it's just like about spamming, right? At the first, I just gotta figure out which deck the opponent's playing, and yeah, it seems like he's gonna have like a Skeleton Ball bait bridge. So I'm just gonna go for the Fire Spirit there. Really nice Fire Spirit, make sure to kill everything, and now I'm just gonna go also Bush again, opposite lane. Even the Bush, I think, wasn't optimal. I didn't expect him to defend my Boss Bandit without taking down his cannon. So I'm just gonna wall breaker the EO wall breaker since his cannon was out of cycle, so I knew he couldn't really defend this since like he did not also have log and ice within cycle. So EO wallies when cannon are out, when cannon is out, and also log plus ice bit out. That's always pretty nice. So I'm just gonna go for my fire spirit there. My fire spirit kind of sucked there, so the one skeleton gets around 200 damage for no reason. But so far it's looking decent, bro. I would say like this matchup is not that easy in single, double elixir, but in triple you can just like kind of spam as much as you can. You need to get really good Dark Golem value, and Evo Wallies, bro. Evo Wallies are going to be the key card. You want to bait the cannon out, and also at one time I would really love to go for offensive prediction log on the gang and try to get this out. So let's see, I might just go for Ice Spirit there on the right hand side to make sure, okay, we're kind of supporting this, so this means, okay, you always want to play Ice Spirit as late as you can because the opponent's not going to expect it, right? So it's like just getting so much value. Or when the opponent's like a Knighted example, you want to go Fire Spirit because then the Fire Spirit is going to splash on top of the Knight. You understand? That's nice. So it's going to go for the Boss Bitch. Plus ability. And yeah, look at this, bro. This guy was so low on elixir, so we're going to be able to get a ton of damage. I'm just going to go for my Dart Goblin. Just going to go once again Ice Spirit. Here I'm just going to go Fire Spirit. And look at this, bro, how much damage we get. I also know he's not going to go for a lock on the right hand side, so I'm still going to go for Wall Breaker, so he has to lock this. I'm just going to go Spear Goblins there. Now I have to go for a Dark Golem here. I have to take some damage, I think. Yeah, I'm just going to go log early. But that was a really bad Fire Spirit, bro. Bro. Like, this Death Bomb is so crazy, man. The Death Bomb is actually going to kill, the Death Bomb is actually going to be able to kill any type of like fire spin, so man, that's like more damage than fireball. It's actually crazy, right? Like, especially when you love a building, bro, and it always gets to tower. That's so crazy. So I have to go log there, I could have also gone Fire Spit, but it was a bit too risky. I didn't want to take the damage. I'm just going to go Wall Break plus Fire Spit in case he goes like for this. I'm still feeling kind of confident about the situation. It was another really bad bush, bro. What happened with my bush, bro? Maybe I should shave it, bro. Maybe I should shave it. So I'm just going to go for my Dart Goblin. I'm just going to go Log. It's a ton of Log value. It's also really nice because now the Dart Goblin is going to kill this. I'm just going to go Fire Spit because I don't trust the Evo Dart. The Wall Breaker is going to connect actually on the right hand side. So we're splitting up damage. We're now behind. But we got good damage on both sides. So Spear Golems at the bridge. Trying to get some Axie Chip. Boss Band in the back. Really nice Boss Band because his Knight is out now. I want to go Dark Golem now into the middle. He goes in for this. I'm just going to go Fire Spirit there plus Ice Spirit just to make sure in case like I don't really have the best eyes and don't see the Goblin Bird. Not going to lie. So I'm just going to go for my Evo Volleys now. I'm just going to go Spears here. Now we got a really good push on both sides. Because of the cannon placement, the one Evo Wallbreaker is going to bypass this. And it's not looking too bad. I'm just going to go for this at the bridge here. Here, I'm just going to let the Dark Goblin connect to tower. And just going to go Fire Spirit plus Ice Spirit. Which is really nice. Another really bad bush. Perfect, man. Man, this bushes were so bad this game. So I'm just going to go for my boss man another time in the back. I don't really think the gang was too good. He's going to get some decent amount of chip there. But I can just go for my Log on offense. I still think Log is really one of the best cards in the entire game. I'm just going to go pop the ability to get like an instant double dash on top of this. So it kills that. Now I can just go for an next Wall Breaker. I'm just going to go for this. Just gonna go for a Log here, and I feel like this guy's struggling now since he doesn't have like any cannon stuff and so on. So we're looking really good, but we didn't win yet, especially with the Evo Skeleton Barrel like going down the lane. So I have to go for a really good Log, but actually the Dark on the right hand side takes tower. GG's well played against Rat, a really nice Japanese player. Next game here versus Hypnos. So Hypnos actually like a really good Log player. He's playing this deck, which is not gonna be too easy for us because he has like Dagger Dutches, bro, which is so annoying. Against all our Swarm Tombs, he can kill like my bush flaws of Ice Spirit. So he has to just go Ice Spirit on top of the bush when it pops and doesn't take any damage, right? With normal tower would be always a shot. Also he has Killing, he has Evil Valk, he has a ton of spam. I don't even think he has Princess, but he has like Fire Spit for a cheaper cycle. So that's not an easy matchup, bro. So I'm just gonna go for the Log. Log is gonna count down. And I'm just gonna go Wall Breakers at the bridge, trying to get some decent chip. And he has to go for a Fire Spirit, which is of course good for him because the Fire Spirit is just gonna kill up anything. So he just spams at the bridge, bro. Man, I hate facing him, bro. I just hate it. So, not gonna lie, bro. Nothing against him as a person, but man, it's like we're both playing. I mean, to be fair, we're both playing really dumb, stupid spam decks. Yeah, I thought, man, that he wouldn't get the Valk out, so they were like just like wasting Evo Volleys. The Evos were so horrible. You never really want to waste them. But the thing is with this deck, against cycle decks like that, actually this is not going to cost you too much. Against some decks it could cost you, but in this deck it's not going to cost you something. At least it doesn't cost us the game, but it costs us damage, right? At least that. So I feel like if you go for later Volleys, we should be able to get more damage, or at least bait out more elixirs, since we most of the time with Evo Volleys get a positive elixir trade. So man, I just like Bush, bro. I feel like I'm not really the biggest fan of the new cards. The last couple of years, I feel like the only real card I like now is Spirit Empress. I think the concept is really nice, but the other card I like is Bush. The rest of the cards I don't really like. Not gonna lie, bro. I don't really like the other cards in this game. So that's like my opinion, guys. I don't like the Fuck Machine, the Goblin Machine. I don't really like Demolisher. Curse was a horrible addition. So that's just like my opinion. I know what you guys think about that, but I feel like most of the new additions were pretty bad, or like bang average, if you want to say it like that. So we just go for a Log there. Really nice Log, make sure to kill everything, but so far we're not really able to get through. But this is a matchup where it's really important to get like a really good situation early on. You don't really want to take too much damage, and a double and triple you want to make sure to get damage, right? Like single X and double can be tough. Early double, but like a triple, you really have a good chance of keeping up the pressure. I'm just gonna go put the ability there. So that was a really nice play. I can just go for Wall Breaker now like this, because the Wall Breaker actually might connect there. He goes Ice Spirit. That was a really bad Ice Spirit because I'm not gonna really change anything. So we're looking really, really good now. And I'm just gonna go Fire Spirit plus Spear Golems. I'm just gonna go Wall Breaker plus Ice Spirit, because the Wall Breakers are not just like killing the Dark Golem, also get some offensive pressure. So it was really nice. And look at the right hand side, also get shipped away. So we got a really good single elixir time, and after single it's looking way, way better for us. So as long as you're surviving single, you should be kind of fine in the situation. So I'm just gonna go for this, bro, like pure spam. That was a really nice defense, by the way, really, really nice defense. So I'm just gonna go for my Wall Breaker at the bridge. He goes in for Fire Spit, but this still means one of the Logbait connects unless he's not gonna play anything, but he plays an Ice Spit. So I'm just gonna go Bush again in the bridge, baiting out the cannon. We're just keeping up the pressure. The only really annoying thing is if the cannon stays on the board. I'm just gonna go Ice Spit, I'm just gonna go Log. Here I think I'm gonna go Fire Spit. I still think maybe the Dark Room gets 1 or 2 shots. Yeah, because of the tower target. I need to go Boss Bandit. That was a really bad push for him. That was a really bad push. He was like pushing into me with like Dart Goblin, offensive Dark Room, and Gang, which he kind of needs on defense. So I don't know why he really did that. He, of course, he goes now Evo Valk. But he stays to defend this, right? He stays to defend the Boss Bandit. So he has to play another Gang, which I think was like overall really bad elixir trade for him. So I'm just gonna Bush here. Fire Spit, Ice Spit, just gonna go Wall Breaker there. And now we kind of feel like we have a really good cycle, especially because he misplaced the cannon. So one of these Wall Breakers might connect. Nah, it's actually not connecting. Okay, that was a really solid defense. Otherwise, I would have gotten some damage there. I'm just gonna go for Fire Spit. I'm also gonna go for my for my Spear Goblins. Really perfect defense. Just gonna go Dark Goblin high. He has to go like for this. I'm just gonna go Log this side. I'm just gonna go Fire Spit here. Of course, Evo Barrel doesn't do as much damage as it used to be. So it's really nice. Going for the Log there. And yeah, we do get a Boss Band connection on tower, which is of course big. Just go Dark Goblin there. Just gonna go for my Log here, and just now it's about defending, right? I really want to make sure I'm defending this. The problem is in this kind of situation that Fire Spit plus Ice Spit is not going to kill Wall Breaker, so we're kind of struggling there. But there was a picture perfect gameplay or like perfect defense. So I'm just going to go for the Bush opposite lane. I'm just going to go Spears. I'm just going to Fire Spit Dark Goblin here. I'm just going to go this Wall Breaker. I'm just going to using Log. Ice Spit is coming down as well. GG's, well played. I think honestly we played this really well. And now we're gonna face off in the final game for 50,000 trophies against the best player in the entire world, the guy with 17 #1 finishes, 2 world titles, Mohamed Light. So guys, facing off Mohamed Light, he was also 1 game away from the 50,000 trophies. So if he beats me, he gets 50k. If I beat him, I get 50k. So man, mortenroyale versus Mohamed Light is always a classic in the arena. So he plays cannon. I thought like, okay, this guy, because I saw him playing earlier against OP Sam, he was using like a interesting like Spirit Empress minor cycle deck. So let's see. So you're just gonna see there's gonna be a small thing in this matchup which kind of changed a lot for us, one of us. So he goes for the poison there on top of the Dart Goblin. I don't get the Fire Spit connection, but I can just go for the Bush there since the cannon was out of cycle. And I think I'm just gonna go Wall Breaker now, opposite lane, and see what he does. I'm just gonna go Fire Spit here as well. Should be a nice Fire Spit, making sure to get some value there. Here goes an Ice Spit. Didn't have like skeletons in cycle because he just used on Ice Spit. So far we're doing a really good job there. So Darkness gonna come down to the left hand side. I don't want to give him poison, but I'm just gonna go for the Bush here. And I'm just gonna go Ice Spit just like this, just to kind of protect this. He goes in for this. I thought like, okay, they're like now really good skeletons because I kind of expected the Bush to take down the cannon, but now I feel like he's doing a small mistake. He's gonna be really over aggressive there. And I would have said that wasn't the best play because I can just go for my Bush there. And the thing is, like, this only real mini tank is the Little Prince. So, like, look at this, bro. His Spirit Empress is level 13. He just boosted it before the game. Before it was level 15. But here it was level 13. To be fair, not gonna lie, at this point he had like 2 or 3 elixirs. So, even if the Spirit Empress level 15, I don't really think he would have been able to defend this. If he just overcommitted a bit on offense. So, we're just gonna take down both sides. I feel like he's already giving up now. So, we got some aura in this game. Not gonna lie, it was pretty nice. But, to be fair, of course, like, long term, he would have lost the game because of the Spirit Empress level 13, but I feel like in this situation, it wasn't really too important. Maybe she would have tanked like 2 or 3 shots more for the ban, but overall, I still think it would have been over. So, GG's, well played. We're beating Mohamed Light there, the best Clash Royale player in the world, to actually get the 50k trophies. Really nice thing, right? He also gave up, so, like, we're just gonna finish him as fast as we can, of course. Good sportsmanship. And as you guys can see now, we hit the 15,000 trophies just now, which is so massive. I mean, it's like, I don't know, I don't really agree with the changes overall, but I feel like it's nice to push up some trophies now after, yeah, quite some time being stuck on 9k. So GG's replied, we reached the new arena. We got the rank tick on the left hand side, as you can see, Queen's Palace, 50,000 trophies. I hope you guys enjoyed this Clash Royale. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to use Morten in the shop, and I'm gonna be out. Thanks for watching, love you guys, and goodbye.